Good morning, everybody. Tuesday morning update. Please hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Only takes 1 second to hit the thumbs up button and help this channel grow. And what's happening right now? You can see futures, Nasdaq. You can see this green line. This was a gap up happened. And let me zoom in, and they're filling that gap right now. You can see if I zoom in, this day here, Friday we closed 12th of June, and then on Monday we opened with a huge gap up, and they had to bring that market down to test this gap. So same thing is happening on S&P 500 as well. You can see gap up. Now this green line, the gap is filled. So they had to do that. So I'm not really surprised by this move that futures are down, but you should be looking to buy this dip because we are still in a bull market, and in bull market, all dips are buyable. Also, I want to show you here. This is 4-hour long-term chart S&P 500. Every time we go back and forth, orange and red line, because we still have entire year, not entire year, let's say 6 months or so left to catch up with this red line. We're not gonna just keep going higher. They need to do this chop. I think a lot of chop is expected and maybe some little move, then we go back. So at the end of the day, all the upside is near this red line. Okay, so that's what you need to keep in mind. So market is not gonna go straight up all the time. 5% upside is left on S&P 500 from now until end of this year. So not even 1% every month. So it needs to go through a lot of chop here. You can see whenever we reach this zone, orange and red zone, just chop. Everywhere chop, 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 chop. So that's what I'm expecting. Any bounce, sell, any drop, look to buy, and then vice versa. And then eventually we're going to come back to this green line at some point. So that's where we are, and it's pretty easy. Like if you have this chart, it's no surprise though to see any chop here. So you can trade accordingly. Now let's look at cash market. You can see this is NDX cash market. Let me put auto. It is auto. So you can see cash market had a gap. So they are filling that gap. I can show you in QQQ. You can see we actually way below this gap. So market now we are in a massive gap down. So it's quite possible that will market will start and buying as soon as market open. There will be heavy buying and they will start filling this gap. This is a huge gap. So start filling this gap as soon as the market starts open. So you could be looking to buy to start with the call options if you're looking for a quick profit. Also, the other reason is if you look at these levels, we are right now at where at a buy level, second standard deviation, which is which is expected to bounce. Like even if it is short term, we are expecting a bounce for sure. Same thing on S&P 500. You can see we're in a buy zone here. Bitcoin is also in the buy zone, even gold is in the buy zone. So you can see we are expecting a bounce. And if you want to know more about these zones, you need to subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel, subscribe and put a comment in the video that you want to join my channel, and I will send you a link of my Discord channel. You can join it there. Okay, so now go back to daily chart. That's what we're expecting, a gap down and then a pickup, I think. S&P 500, same story here. Let's look at weekly chart and see if there's anything else different. Weekly is also nothing new here. We got sell signal a couple of days ago, but already we saw the downside move. I don't see anything else right now. So again, I think this dip will be bought like all others. VIX with again massive gap up. So again, if the market starts going up, then this will start going down and fill this gap at some point. Bitcoin getting rejected. It tricked us. It was above this white line yesterday, closed there, but then now gave it all back. So if we go to weekly chart, you can see Bitcoin can bottom anywhere below this blue line. You can see here it bottom anywhere below this blue line. Could take a couple of weeks. If I look at monthly chart, that gives you a better idea. You can see here we had to wait 5 months later before it bottomed. So here it bottoms same time, and so we'll see if it's going to bottom same time or it's going to take another 4 months to bottom. But again, you should be looking to load crypto as it goes lower. And the zones or gaps to fills are, let me show you. You can take a screenshot of these. These are all the gaps to the downside. You can see 53K, 47K, 39K, 34K. Anywhere it's gonna bottom. And we don't know which gap will act as a support. So just keep that in mind. Next gap is around 54 area, so 54k, so just keep that in mind. Gold is also looking weak. If I go to weekly chart, although we're getting buy signal, we are near some support level here, so we could get a short-term bounce, and if that fails, this is the area I'm more interested in, around 34,000-3500 area to buy gold. Oil is holding barely near 200 moving average. I think it's going to come back to 67 at some point. Also, there's a gap at the top. For some reason, if deal is not made, they could pump oil there. Tesla is very good close actually yesterday. Tried to close above blue lines, but again now with market going down, gave it all back. So now below all moving averages again. So really needs to like start getting the bid to go higher, else it's really bearish. Remember 434, 441, and 475 are gaps to fill. Nvidia also with massive gap down here. You can see this gap, it's below that, so a lot of gaps to fill here too. Apple is also a bear flag. If it breaks down, then there's a lot of room to go down. Google had a at one point was down more than 6%, and now it's recovering, but again down 1.78%, so could be going for this gap around 322. Microsoft is strong, not sure why. I thought it will fill this gap fully, 359, so just keep that in mind. It could reject and then go back to 359. Amazon is also looking like it's closing below all moving averages, which is not good. Could be going lower to fill some of these gaps. Meta Facebook is also looking weak. Um, Keep in mind this gap is still open around 536. Netflix made a new low and could be going towards $69 gap fill. avgo got rejected on this 20 moving average, but eventually we'll fill this gap at some point. We just don't know when. Down again 4%, could be going towards 355 area. Shopify, nothing interesting. Need to close above all moving averages to be bullish again. TSX had green day yesterday. Let's see how it goes today. Bond market got 7 count sell signal yesterday. You can see now still more gaps to fill to the downside. China is making a new low and could be going towards 23,219 gap fill. Hang Seng Index natural gas is holding nicely above white line. Silver is down. I think silver is coming to this 40, 50, 50 area. Copper is down as well with all the other commodities, looks like. I will just keep it short here, guys. There's so many stocks you can review and you can see what's going on. If there any particular stocks you want me to review, you can put a comment and hit the like button on your way out, and I will talk to you later. Bye.